The word Amazon awakens something primal within us, a whisper of untamed wilderness beyond imagination. It conjures visions of boundless green jungles, stretching endlessly toward a distant and unreachable horizon. Mighty rivers thunder through the land day and night, carving paths through ancient earth below. Extraordinary creatures inhabit every corner here, as if born from the oldest legends of time. Every breeze, every raindrop, every grain of soil holds the deepest romance of the natural world. This rainforest sprawls across 9 South American nations, covering roughly 5 million square kilometers of land. It stands as the largest and most biodiverse tropical forest on Earth, unmatched in scale. People call it the lungs of the Earth, a title carrying enormous ecological weight and meaning. Without the Amazon, global climate patterns, biodiversity networks, and human civilization itself would face devastating collapse. Entering this forest feels like stepping into a living cathedral sculpted by millions of years. Ancient trees rise like green pillars, their crowns weaving together to hold up the sky above. Thin golden beams of sunlight slip through dense foliage, falling softly into the shadowed forest depths. Insects chirp, birds call, water gurgles, and leaves rustle together in a grand living symphony. Now we begin our journey, slowly lifting the mysterious veil that shrouds this ancient green kingdom. Flowing air and water vapor are invisible forces that shape this sacred wilderness every single day. Step inside, and thick humid heat wraps around you, dense air pressing gently like warm velvet. An estimated 400 billion trees stand here, each working as a natural giant water pump. Every day, these trees release roughly 20 billion tons of water vapor into the warm atmosphere. Rising vapor condenses into heavy clouds that drift across the sky before returning as tropical rain. This endless cycle of evaporation, condensation, and rainfall sustains every living thing within the forest. Rain here arrives without warning, slamming onto the forest floor and raising river levels within hours. Yet the forest never rejects this gift, its roots drinking greedily while rivers swell with steady current. Remarkably, nearly half of the Amazon rainfall is generated by the forest itself through transpiration. This vast ecosystem creates its own weather patterns, a self-sustaining machine of extraordinary natural engineering. Water vapor released here travels thousands of kilometers, shaping rainfall across continents and balancing global temperatures. Without this natural thermostat, world temperatures would spike and extreme storms would rage far more violently. High above the forest floor, the canopy forms an endless green roof teeming with hidden life. Intertwined branches and tangled vines weave together a floating kingdom, bustling with agile rainforest creatures. Sloths are the most iconic canopy residents, spending nearly their entire lives hanging upside down above. Their extreme slowness is not laziness, but brilliant survival wisdom, refined over millions of evolutionary years. Green algae grows naturally on their fur, turning each sloth into living camouflage among the leaves. Brilliant macaws light up the canopy with vivid scarlet, cobalt blue, and golden yellow feathers. These intelligent birds, made for life, foraging and raising their young, side by side, for decades. Their piercing calls echo through dense layers of foliage, the most recognizable voice of the canopy. Spider monkeys swing effortlessly through the treetops, using their powerful limbs and flexible prehensile tails. Social and playful, they travel in lively groups, filling the upper forest with chatter and energy. Toucans display their oversized, colorful beaks, which serve both as fruit-picking tools and body cooling systems. Every canopy species plays a vital role, pollinating flowers and carrying seeds to distant forest corners. This floating world functions like a grand orchestra, where every creature contributes its unique living note. Yet beneath this gentle beauty, the Amazon also obeys the raw, primal law of survival. At the apex of the food chain stands the jaguar, the ultimate solitary predator of this jungle. Its muscular, golden body, marked with black rosettes, blends flawlessly into the forest shadows and light. Unlike other great cats, the jaguar hunts alone, waiting patiently in darkness for the perfect strike. Its devastating bite can pierce a prey's skull instantly, making it one of nature's most efficient killers. To indigenous peoples, the jaguar symbolizes sacred strength and serves as a bridge between worlds. Female jaguars are fiercely devoted mothers, protecting and teaching their cubs for nearly 2 full years. As the top predator, jaguars regulate animal populations precisely, preventing any single species from overrunning the ecosystem. Without them, the entire rainforest food chain would gradually unravel and fall into dangerous imbalance. In the flooded waters lurks another formidable ruler, the green anaconda, among Earth's largest snake species, growing over 10 meters long and weighing more than 250 kilograms. Their size defies belief. Despite their immense bulk, they wait with infinite patience before wrapping prey in an inescapable coil. From November through March, seasonal rains cause rivers to swell dramatically and overflow their banks entirely. Vast stretches of lowland forest vanish beneath 3 to 5 meters of warm floodwater each year. Trees here survive through special aerial roots and waterproof bark, blooming and fruiting even while submerged. Gentle capybaras, the world's largest rodents, wade through flooded plains feeding on aquatic plants in family groups. Beneath the serene water surface, a silent and relentless struggle for survival unfolds every single moment. If towering trees are the rainforest lungs, then rivers are its lifeblood flowing through every hidden vein. The Amazon River stretches over 6,400 kilometers, the most voluminous waterway on the planet. Every second it pours over 200,000 cubic meters of fresh water into the distant Atlantic Ocean. During rainy season, this mighty river can widen to 48 kilometers, resembling a vast inland sea. Over 1,100 tributaries feed into it, forming the largest and most complex river system on Earth. Near Manaus, two rivers meet but refuse to merge, flowing side by side in stunning contrast. Dark black water and muddy brown current run parallel for 6 kilometers, like two contrasting living ribbons. Differences in temperature, speed, and density keep them separated before they gradually blend into one current. This great river sustains millions of people who depend on it for fishing, travel, and daily trade. Indigenous communities see the river as provider, highway, and the sacred heart of their cultural identity. Ancient legends whisper of river spirits, guarding boats and pink dolphins, transforming into handsome strangers at night. Piranhas, despite their fearsome reputation, actually serve as vital, natural cleaners of the river ecosystem. They remove decaying organic matter from the water, quietly maintaining the delicate balance of aquatic life. Freshwater stingrays glide gracefully along the riverbed, their flat bodies concealing dangerously venomous defensive spines beneath. The arapaima, a prehistoric giant fish reaching 3 meters long, must surface regularly to breathe air. Its armor-like scales are so tough that even piranha teeth cannot pierce through their ancient natural defense. The black caiman, growing up to 6 meters long, rules the river as its most fearsome nocturnal predator. Beneath the forest floor lies another hidden realm, ancient caves carved by thousands of years of erosion. Cool darkness fills these underground chambers where large colonies of bats hang silently from rough stone ceilings. These misunderstood creatures are actually silent gardeners, devouring insect pests and spreading seeds through the forest. Other cave dwellers have adapted to permanent darkness, some even losing their eyesight over countless generations. For indigenous peoples, these underground spaces are sacred grounds, connecting the living world with ancestral spirits. Ancient rituals held here honor the earth and natural forces, passing reverence down through every generation faithfully. In this forest, nature and myth intertwine seamlessly, and every plant carries its own ancient story. The giant water lily, Victoria amazonica, grows leaves wide enough to support the weight of a child. Legend says a lovesick girl became this lily, her white flowers blooming each night beneath the moon. The towering kapok tree rises above all others, seen by native peoples as a sacred bridge between realms. Indigenous shamans use sacred plants like ayahuasca in ancient healing rituals, seeking spiritual awareness and renewal. Modern science has only begun exploring this vast botanical treasury that may hold cures for devastating diseases. The Amazon is a living ecological miracle, an exquisite web where climate, rivers, plants, and animals intertwine. It holds striking contrasts: the gentle sloth beside the fierce jaguar, delicate orchids beside towering kapok trees. Standing within this ancient forest, we feel profoundly small, yet deeply connected to all living things around. The Amazon teaches us to respect the fragile balance that sustains not just this forest, but our planet. It is more than the lungs of the earth. It is the soul, a sacred masterpiece, worthy of eternal protection. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.